where amid key talks in Egypt over Gaza peace plan, President Trump says, I think we are doing very well. And I think Hamas has been agreeing to things that are very important.
He's been very positive. He's been very positive on the deal. Everybody is. I think every nation is. We have just about every nation working on this deal and trying to get it done. Something that you could say 3,000 years if you look at it in certain ways, or you could say centuries, but this is a deal that incredibly everyone just came together. They all came together. No, Israel's been great. They've all been good, Caitlin.
Over to you, Kanksha. Please help us understand that reportedly both delegations from both sides are reportedly now in Egypt. Does that mean that the deal would be finalized soon, or are the negotiations still underway?
Right, Shreya, there are a host of nitty-gritties which need to be hammered out, and perhaps this is just the beginning of another complicated, long-drawn negotiations. But as you heard what the U.S. President had to say, Donald Trump, of course, exuding a lot of confidence and optimism, as he always has. And he's also talked about how, he's making it sound like the war in Gaza is already over and that Hamas and Israel have already reached upon a peace deal, which seems highly unlikely at the moment, given the kind of pressure that both sides are under. Many have questioned if Hamas has just given in because of the deadline that was given to them. Will they be disarming themselves is the moot question right now to be addressed as far as Hamas is concerned. We all know it's a militant organization and it has to give up arms, which is stated as a key demand in the peace plan proposed by the U.S. President. They have maintained the strategic silence so far, even though they have indicated they will not be part of the Gaza governance. But more importantly, as far as Israel is concerned, there's a fragmented political thought plaguing Israel. Many are of the view that the hostages should be released and that there should be a ceasefire. Majority of Israel doesn't want this war to go on. It has drained a lot of resources, most importantly lives, not just of all the people who died. Today we speak on a day which is marking October 7th, the anniversary of the deadly Hamas attack on Israel, which then began the war in Gaza, Shreya. So it's important to also highlight that there have been rallies taking place in Israel which have been calling out for an end to the war, for a release of all of those hostages. 48 of them are believed to be held by Hamas currently. 20 of them are believed to be dead. At the same time, on the other hand, you have the far right in Israel, which is exercising a lot of pressure on the Israeli Prime Minister. That includes his National Security Minister, that also includes his Finance Minister, who are pretty hawkish and far right. They do not want that Hamas, that the ceasefire should happen till hostages are completely released. They wanted that the hostage release should happen while Gaza is still under fire. At the same time, they want an annexation of the West Bank. Now, that is the red line for all Arab nations involved in these peace negotiations, as you rightly highlighted. Yes, talks have now shifted from Doha to Egypt, where the U.S. envoys for these peace talks, Steve Witkoff and Donald Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, will also be joining these peace talks. But most importantly, it is the timing. Today is marking 2 years of that deadly attack of Hamas on Israel. And the war has not ended. Has Netanyahu achieved those two goals is the key question today that is to be asked. He had proposed two goals when he had started his military operation in Gaza. He had said that we want to end Hamas, A, B, secure all the hostages, and which has not really happened because many of them have also died. So this is a question which is plaguing the entire global community today, and we'll have to see if the peace talks can be hammered out. The U.S. President nonetheless exuding a lot of hope and confidence that he will be ending a war or a conflict which has raged on for over 3,000 years. But we'll have to see if this civilizational conflict, as it's called, will actually end or not with this peace plan.
All right.